Welcome back to another episode of the Chamber Podcast. My name is Rob Johnson. We have another great show for you today. Joining me in studio, Kelly and Maureen. They're both designers for Cabinets for You, a business located here in downtown Brighton, Michigan. Ladies, welcome to the show.
Hi, Rob.
Hi,
Thanks.
thanks for having us.
Absolutely. So, Maureen, you and I have done this once before back at Oak Point, different podcast, different topic.
Yeah.
So, I know this isn't your first time. Kelly,
My first time.
all right, well, welcome. So, for me, obviously, I've had some exposure to your guys' business. I've sat down with Brian, heard his vision about the company and kind of the why behind it. But if you gave like a 30,000 foot overview of what the business does and who they serve, Maureen, how would you classify Cabinets for You?
Well, we're a locally owned and operated full service cabinet company in downtown Brighton. We have three different cabinet lines that we can serve, more affordable, mid, and full custom. Kelly and I are both designers there. We have years and years of experience doing this job, and we love to work with our contractors. We really service them well as far as, doing the measures, meeting the delivery drivers, meeting the installers. From start to finish, we design and sell cabinetry.
Great. And Kelly, for you, going back to the start of when you started designing and being in this world, what has brought you to where you're at right now, and why have you stayed in this particular industry?
So that's a long story. I'll try to make it a little short. I was born into a building company. My father's a builder. So I was around the business my whole life. I went off on my own and I owned a flower shop actually here in Brighton. I had that for years and then I just wanted a change and I sort of fell into this role and really liked it. It's creative. So with the flower shop, it was creative. And then moving into the cabinets, it's all about space, color, weight of all the stuff, making it look nice. Also, um, a function so that the people can have good layout for their everyday needs.
When people think about cabinets, one of the first things they think about is, well, I can just go to a box store or Amazon and get cabinets from anywhere. But that's not necessarily the best thing for people to do all the time. So why would someone go to Cabinets for You compared to somewhere else?
Well, we have years of experience, and most of the time, unfortunately, you learn from your mistakes. So, there's lots of things that aren't looked at as far as fillers and ceiling heights and all the fractions that go into our job to make sure that we are filling the whole space and making sure appliances open properly. There's appliance panels that go on the cabinet or the appliances. And so there's a lot of math that goes into it and ergonomics and flow, spatial planning, color theory. All of that we really specialize in. And we've done so many kitchens that we really like to work with the customer and get their vision onto paper and really help them bring their vision to life.
One thing that stuck out to me when we had met, this was, I believe, at the end of last year, we sat down and had a conversation. And Kelly, something that kept coming up during that was the retention with builders and why they keep coming back to working with you and obviously, Cabinets for You as a whole. What do you attribute that to as to why they keep coming back and working with you guys specifically?
So I would say, especially builders when they're starting a home from scratch, and there's a lot that goes into the cabinet portion of the home. So a lot of people don't realize everything that we do dictates where all the plumbing will go, where all the electrical will go. And by the time our cabinets arrive, everything's set, drywall's done. Um, so having an experienced designer like Maureen and I, and doing our job well, and putting that detail into thinking through every part of this project, not just our cabinets, but how is this going to look with everything else involved? Um, a lot of the builders we work with, they're very they keep coming back to us and the clients like us because in the end, it makes their job easier because they know they can count on us and that if they put in electrical here and plumbing there, that that's going to work out. And in the end, they don't have a lot of troubles. They don't have backing up to do. They just can move forward.
Yeah. So looking at 2026, so right now we're recording this, it's early February. I'm just curious, as you guys did some annual planning from 2025, what are a few things that you hope to accomplish this year compared to last?
Well, the company is growing. I've been with the company about 15 years, and we've brought Maureen on to the company. She has a lot of experience. So it's been a really nice, easy transition to bring her in. There's the possibility that we may continue to grow.
Hire another designer or an assistant to help keep our
Mhm.
business moving forward. So we're seeing good volume and we have a good outlook for 2026. We definitely, want to take care of our existing customers and builders that we have, but we're also looking to pick up a few more that we think would be a good fit.
Great. And then for listeners that aren't as familiar with the brand or unfamiliar with your guys' brand, what's something that you want them to know about cabinets for you? Just as an overall statement about the business.
Um, I would say that all the cabinet lines that we do offer are quality cabinet lines. We do have the 3 price ranges, so we can fit in with almost anybody's budget, but we take pride in what we do sell and the backup we get from the companies. So I would say, that's what makes it a good place for me to work and a good place to purchase because we do take a lot of pride in that and making sure they're getting a quality product.
I think that's great. One other question I have for you is, over the last, let's say a few years that you guys have worked together and done projects together, is there any one project in particular that stands out where you're like, man, that was really cool. It's a great project. It was a lot of fun. Might have been a pain in the ass, but at the end it was, it was great.
A lot of them are really good. And unfortunately, we get so busy that we don't get to go back out to get those final
Yeah,
pictures.
sometimes we don't get to see the end product. Um, but I mean, what I like is, I mean, almost every project by the end, you know these people and you've designed their kitchen, the place that their family and their friends are all gonna hang out in. So you almost feel like you're just like part of the family and the group of people, you get to know them so well. And so you're very excited for them too, to get their dream.
Yeah, I would say like every customer, we really dive into what their needs and wants are and what they envision, and we try to bring it to life. It's almost like I get to put my little thumbprint on, a piece of their life because I get to help make their house more functional, something they love. Every day they come down the stairs and they go, wow, this is my kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah, say to people a lot of times if they have made a few changes and they keep saying, I'm so sorry. I keep, changing my mind, changing what I want to do. But that's what I always say. I'm like, I want you to get up every day, walk into your kitchen and be like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I got exactly what I wanted.
I want to talk about design trends. I've seen some things online, design trends, and I'm seeing that painted cabinets and like bright red, vibrant colors with contrasting countertops are in, and white neutrals are out. Is that true, or does it really not matter?
So, for many years, a lot of customers have always been about resale value, oh, blah, blah, blah. Well, by the time you go to sell, even if we design the most beautiful magazine worthy kitchen, someone is going to walk into that house and say, I hate that backsplash. I hate this countertop. So, I always say, design what you like. We help you curate it and make it look magazine worthy with your ideas and, design aspects that you want to have included, we kind of polish it a little bit for you to give you that longevity in the design. But there's a lot of trends out there, which is job security for us. But we try to navigate people, and gray is out, beige is back. We're doing lots of more warm wood tones, browns, jewel tones, the greens, the blues, the
I've
reds.
seen a lot of greens.
Hmm.
Seen a lot of greens.
Yeah, there are a lot of bright colors, as you said, like unique and bright colors that are coming out. We definitely can meet that need because we have a lot of different colors that have come out recently. Some people are nervous, like you said, for many reasons. One, just nervous they're not going to like it after a while. So sometimes those types of things will suggest, putting in a laundry room or, something where you can just feel like you have that that you're excited about, but that maybe in your kitchen you don't have to have that for, 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I encourage people to go bold in their powder rooms.
Yeah, that's something you could change out, easily if because it's usually just one cabinet. So,
Yeah.
if you get tired of it, you can just get a new vanity.
It did seem to be where, it was gray neutral, like everything was white, farmhouse aesthetic. And then all of a sudden, like, woke up one day and it's like, all right, color pops are back. And it's, I'm
Yeah.
seeing like blood red cabinets with like white quartz countertops. I'm like, well, that looks awesome, but like forever? I don't know, you know?
There's a lot of crazy design trends that are out there, and to each their own. There is a design application for everything. But we try to make it look aesthetically pleasing.
I think one thing that you said was really good. And it's if you're focused on just the resale value and not like what you like you have to live there. So you
Mhm.
really need to focus on what you like. And then to your point, you might design the most perfectly neutral house ever. And then you sell it and someone comes in and like, ever gotten this whole thing.
Right.
That's
You
exactly what
you never
happened.
know.
Yeah,
You don't. You just don't know what the next person is gonna like. Um, I do talk with people about what their uh ideas are for their home, especially with maybe a remodel. Typically, when someone's building a new home, they're planning on being there for a while. So, do what you want and do what makes you happy. If it's a remodel, I will ask them, are you planning to stay there for, another 20 years after this remodel? Or are you thinking you might sell in 2 to 5 years? Are you remodeling it to sell it?
yeah,
So that might, and then sometimes I'll say, well, I can give you in my advice and what's trendy right now and what people are looking for.
for sure. Makes sense. And then as we go to close, if someone is interested in working with you guys, what is your preferred way of them getting a hold of you to
Yeah,
start
they,
that
they can
process?
call or email us or check out our amazing new website.
All right, very good. And we'll make sure all those pieces are in the show notes as well. So if someone wants to find those quickly, you can just scroll down to the bottom of the podcast, click open notes, and you'll see everything in there.
Okay.
Anything else you want listeners to know before we close today?
um, I don't know. I'm looking forward to having some new clients come in.
Good. Maureen, anything for you?
No, come check out our showroom.
All right, very good. And they're in beautiful downtown Brighton in the same, is it the White Dress
Yes.
building? Okay.
Yeah.
I always want to call it the White Barn building, but that's not
Yeah.
correct.
There's easy parking in the North Street parking lot behind the building. So you can come in the back through the lobby of the White Dress and you'll see our business. Um, we do most things by appointment. So um, you're more than welcome to stop by. But sometimes the showroom may not be open because Maureen and I do go out quite a bit and meet clients at their home, go out and measure things. We always meet cabinet deliveries. So we're kind of coming and going, and we share the showroom between the two of us to, give the clients a special time to work with them.
Great. All right. Well, we'll make sure all of that is in the notes. Kelly, Maureen, thank you both for
Thank
your
you.
time today.
All
Thanks,
right,
Rob.
thanks.
All right, everyone, that's going to wrap up this week's edition of the Chamber Podcast. I certainly appreciate you watching. If you want to know more about our guest today, be sure to check out the show notes. Apart from that, we'll catch you next week with a new show. Take care.